6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is a news edited by Lal Malavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. No scheduled power cuts until Monday. The Public Utility Commission urges consumers and institutions to use electricity sparingly. Iranian Foreign Minister will visit Sri Lanka next week. The new draft constitution will be handed over to President next month. Daily COVID-19 cases tally crosses 900 for the second straight day. News overseas, the US threatens to halt sending Russian gas to Western Europe. In sports, Afghan under-19 team won the semi-final match of World Cup against Sri Lanka by 4 runs. And those are the headlines. The Public Utilities Commission has assured there will be no scheduled interruptions to the electricity supply until Monday. The decision was taken during a meeting convened yesterday to reconsider the proposal made by the Ceylon Electricity Board on power cuts. Accordingly, the PUCSL has not granted permission for the proposal made by the CEB for scheduled power interruption. Commenting on the matter, PUCSL chairman, Mr. Janaka Ratnayaka, said that they reviewed the power plants and the fuel stocks that are required for them on daily basis. Based on the results of those reviews, only the Commission decided the necessity of the power interruption. The Commission has estimated that there is a capacity shortage of 30 megawatts in the peak hours today, which should be properly managed. After that, the demand for the electricity will decrease in the coming weekend. The Commission urges consumers and institutions to use electricity sparingly during this period. Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir is reportedly going to visit Sri Lanka next week. He is scheduled to arrive in the country on Tuesday following a visit to India on Sunday. The Iranian top diplomat's visit to Colombo comes a month after Iran agreed to accept tea from Sri Lanka to settle outstanding payments for oil purchased from Tehran. The Ministry of Plantation of Sri Lanka and the Ministry of Industries, Mines and Trade of the Islamic Republic of Iran agreed last month to formulate a scheme for the settlement of a sum of $250 million outstanding from the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation to the National Iranian Oil Company by means of utilizing the said sum to facilitate the export of Ceylon tea to Iran by signing a memorandum of understanding. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Justice Minister Ali Sabri said the preliminary plan for the new draft constitution will be handed over to President Gotabaya Rajapaksa next month. The committee appointed to draft the constitution under the chairmanship of President's Counsel Romesh De Silva will complete its work in a few days, he said. He said the President would then study the plan, discuss it and present it to the cabinet. The Ministry of Health says another 942 persons have tested positive for the novel coronavirus yesterday. Sri Lanka's tally of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country thereby climbed to 607,104. With this, the number of virus-infected persons who are undergoing treatment moved to 14,705. Meanwhile, the death toll stands at 15,369. This is the second consecutive day Sri Lanka recorded more than 900 daily cases of COVID-19 is about 4 months. Over the past week, the country saw a resurgence in infections with over 800 people testing positive for the virus. And that's local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
State Pharmaceutical Corporation says that there are more than 50 million COVID vaccine doses have been brought to the country. The value of the vaccines is around 77 billion rupees. 40 million of vaccine doses have been purchased by the government. General Manager Dinusha Desanayaka said the remaining quantity has been received as donation. That was top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
In Watchlight, Department of Examination says candidates who have not received their GCE Advanced Level Examination admission cards yet can download it via www.doenets.lk/exam. I repeat, www.doenets.lk/exam. The department said admission cards for school candidates have been sent to the relevant schools, while the admission forms for private candidates have been posted to the applicants' private addresses. And that was Watchlight.
Coming up, world news.
Headlines. US threatens to halt sending Russian gas to Western Europe. Honduras' first female president sworn in. Storm Ana kills dozens in Malawi, Madagascar and Mozambique. And those are the headlines. The US has threatened to halt the opening of a key pipeline that would send Russian gas to Western Europe if Russia invades Ukraine. Nord Stream 2 would run from Russia to Germany, and on Thursday, officials in Berlin said the project would face sanctions if Russia attacks. Xiomara Castro has been sworn in as Honduras' first female president amid a political crisis that threatens plans for the improvised nation. Speaking at the ceremony, the leftist leader said she was taking the lead of a broken country but vowed to pursue social justice and transparency. And Mrs. Castro, 62, has promised to tackle powerful drug trafficking gangs and liberalize strict abortion laws. Southern Africa has been hit by flooding that has left over 40 people dead across the region in the wake of a tropical storm Ana. Madagascar has seen at least 41 deaths, and 100,000 people have been forced to flee their homes to makeshift shelters. In Malawi, at least 19 people have died. The country has suffered a nationwide power cut, and some areas have been declared disaster zones. And that was World News.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Galle Harbour will be developed as a tourist port. A new breakwater is scheduled to be built at the harbour. Minister Rohit Abe Gunawardene says it will add 40 hectares of land to the port. This was disclosed during discussion over Zoom technology recently in Colombo with group of foreign investors on developing the harbour. And that was Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
In sports, Afghan under-19 team won the semi-final match of World Cup against Sri Lanka by 4 runs. Batted first, Afghanistan scored 134 runs. Sri Lanka under-19 scored 130 in 46 overs. And that was sports news.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Commercial Bank Bangladesh, Commercial Bank of Ceylon's largest overseas operation, has been adjudged the most sustainable bank in Bangladesh at the close of 2021, during which the bank was named Best Foreign Bank in Bangladesh by 2 independent bodies and retained its AAA credit rating. The Most Sustainable Bank in Bangladesh award was presented at the Dubai-based International Business Magazine Awards 2021 that honored best-in-class achievements of organizations across various spheres related to international business and finance.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
In economic news, the central bank said Sri Lanka's earnings from exports in November 2021 recorded the highest ever monthly export value in history. Reflecting the favorable impact of increased exports, the merchandise trade deficit narrowed to $553 million in November 2021 compared to $600 million in November 2020, the CB said.
The weather report.
The Met Department says showers or thundershowers will occur at times over northern, north central, eastern and Uva provinces and in Matale and Nuwara districts. Fairly heavy falls above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places in western, northern and north central provinces and in Trincomalee district. Showers or thundershowers will occur several places in Sabaragamu and southern provinces and in Kaluthara and Kurunegala districts during the evening or night. Before we wind up this news podcast, let's look at the main points once again. No scheduled power cuts until Monday. The Public Utility Commission urges consumers and institutions to use electricity sparingly. Iranian Foreign Minister will visit Sri Lanka next week. The new draft constitution will be handed over to President next month. Daily COVID-19 cases tally crosses 900 for the second straight day. And with that, we conclude this morning news podcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.